October 12th. I can only remember 2 scenes. There's still this element of me helping people. But these 2 situations, they're celebrities. Mom, I watched TV yesterday. So in one scene, you know, it felt like it was like a scene from a movie, but I'm like, I don't remember seeing a movie with this scene. That's what it felt like. And it was that some older man in his garage, and he's an actor though, and the woman, the girl, she was the one from that movie with Minnie Driver where she's a beauty pageant person, lady, participant, and her friend, the one that does everything for her, she's there with the little girl, but it wasn't the same little girl in the movie. It's just a completely different little girl. And so she had her dad's stuff in this man's garage, and it seemed like she was trying to get her stuff back, or his, like the stuff that belonged to her dad. And they were like negotiating a price or something, and he wasn't like lowballing her, but just literally said like, I can only give you this amount. And she was like heartbroken by that. And then he said, look, why don't you come back on another day and really only take the stuff that is meaningful to you, because he's just like, a lot of that stuff is junk. But I don't know why he was gonna pay her though to get the stuff out when it belonged to her, or something like that. It's just, the interaction didn't make sense, or she was like trying to sell it to him, and he was not willing to pay what she was offering, and so I think she was disappointed. But then he offered, he's like, just come and take the stuff that's meaningful to you, or something like that. And the little girl was there. I think the little girl was also an actress, but I don't know from where. It wasn't the little girl. She was the little Coca-Cola girl with the curly hair. In the movie, but not in my dream. It was another little girl. And I just remember their voices. And I'm just like, I'm there, but I'm not there. But somehow I was helping. And I was just sitting there watching their interaction. And then it shifted to an outside scene in the same neighborhood. It was like in the same neighborhood. Only that on this side was Mario Lopez and his wife. And I'm like, I didn't watch TV yesterday, so I'm like, that's weird. Mario Lopez and his wife. She had a little girl. I know she had a baby, but I don't know what kind of baby she had. Or that was a while ago, maybe? I don't know. I don't watch. I don't follow celebrity stuff. But they were there, and she had the little girl, and the little girl was like fidgety, and like they were waiting. Like I saw Mario Lopez, but then he kind of disappeared, and it was more with the mom, his wife, and the little girl. And it seemed like they were just waiting, kind of like waiting for an appointment, maybe. That's all. That's all I remember, really. Yeah. So MJ's messages aren't really resonating. Well, not it, just like little bits and pieces of it. For the most part, they're not resonating. Like I even stopped listening to Allie. I stopped listening to her only because it's the same thing. And stuff. It's almost like I don't even want to know anymore. Like I do my own tarot read, my own tarot spread, and so I stopped listening to Allie. I don't want to know anymore about the energy that's tied to me. I just don't. Okay. But okay. I'm even considering changing some of my notifications on the phone so that I don't get distracted. I need to stay focused. That was the theme for the weekend, like stay focused on my card. Like do a weekend spread. Modified Celtic cross for the weekend. And the oracle card said, it's like, and the funny thing is, every time there's like an interaction with this person from my past, as far apart as it is, the cards, there's a theme in the cards that are similar, which is Three of Swords, walking away, and it's like so I'm like, no, okay, I mean I get it, right, friendship only, but it's still a distraction. I need to stay focused. So I'm gonna change. And then I was thinking about it in bed. I was like, oh, if I change the notification, then because I use WhatsApp not just for connect. Like that's how I connect with my family from Mexico, because it's through Wi-Fi and it's like it's inexpensive for them, right? We can communicate easier. So I thought about that too. I was like, oh, if I completely change my notifications, I won't be notified when something's going on with them. Then part of me is just like, it's okay. I don't need to be notified. That event that I mentioned about my aunt and my uncle, it's actually in 2 weeks. But it's funny, I thought of them when Christina was telling me about my birth chart, because she said that she talked about loss in the beginning months of January and February, that there might be some loss, like actual death in the family. And I acknowledge what she was saying, because I anticipate like my dreams, right? And at the pace that I'm going with the posting every other day, I wouldn't be surprised if it, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it ends up being like in January. Because my dreams, really. So when she said that, I was like, oh, okay. Like, well, okay, yeah, sounds about right. So we'll see. Not that I'm laughing about it. I mean, again, that was one thing that I told her. I was just like, I'm becoming comfortable with the uncomfortable, right? It's in my chart. This constant, death and Uranus. When she talked about Pluto, I'm like, yeah, it's death, it's transformation, right? I'm gonna raise my hand. Both hands. It's happening to me. And I'm embracing it. I told her, I'm like, because she the way she was, I'm like, I'm embracing it. I'm aware of it, so I'm embracing it, right? I'm working with the energy instead of it being something, and that's what we talked about afterwards. Is helping people heal in the way where they're feeling a sense of control over their life again, right? And oftentimes when we're aware of these patterns, when we're aware, it doesn't seem so taxing. It doesn't seem so difficult. Because there's an awareness of it and this element of like, I can prepare for it, I can prepare for it. And so this is my creativity space. I need to stay focused. I'm going to change the settings, balance 616, yes? I'm going to change the settings on my phone to not get notified, only check it every once in a while. And just stay focused on what I need to do, This is my little window of opportunity to create, to really, really start putting in the bricks, right, of what I want to create to help people. And I already had some ideas of people I wanted to reach out to at the nearby colleges, at the nearby universities, to see if they're willing to collaborate and do research with me. So I'm gonna be busy. And I woke up thinking about that dream again with the horses. I'm like, to each their own in terms of how they do life, right? This is me figuring it out for me. If it helps people follow along, great. They want to ask for help. They want to ask for help. Go right ahead. You are more than happy to. I'm more than happy to help. In that respect, right? Yeah. I checked in with a loved one yesterday. She was telling me about her situation, her marriage, and as soon as she started sharing some stuff, I'm like, oh, I already know. Well, this sounds a little too familiar for me. And I'm like, I already know. I'm already suspecting it. Or not, and I stayed quiet. I'm like, this sounds a little too fishy, a little too familiar for me. I don't know, maybe I'll say something, maybe I won't, I don't know yet. Yeah. But, I went shopping yesterday. I shouldn't have, but I did. I passed by the store, and the owners are lovely. It's what is that? not iron, bronze. It's a bronze store. Bronze. Cobra. What's it? Cobra. Bronze, right? It's bronze. No, not cobra. Bronze. Bronze. No, it's not bronze. It's copper. Cobre, yeah. I was right. Not bronze, it's copper. So they had a lot of cool copper stuff, and the owners' names are Andrea and Raul. And we started talking, and I went in earlier, but then I had the appointment, and I told them I would come back, and I did. And they were like, oh, it is, you know, de tu palabra, you come back. I'm like, yeah, I said I would. And I stayed there a while looking at, they had some really nice stuff. And even though I shouldn't have, and even though I wasn't going to, but I just saw some stuff. I was like, oh, these would be nice gifts. Maybe I'll use them as birthday gifts instead of Christmas gifts. And we were talking in Spanish. It was nice because they complimented me on my Spanish again. There's this, they're like, you don't have an accent when you speak. You speak it really well. I'm like, yeah, thanks to my mom. And she was really adamant about me learning and speaking and reading. She's like, wow, that's so good. We thought you were from over there. And that's so great. And they have some really beautiful stuff. Like they're even willing to, like, they're like, we'll give you a discount if, you know, abonos también, because I was telling them, I was like, I'm just starting work, you know, but you have beautiful things. And I purchased a few little things, just a few. And they're like, you know, to help each other out, you know, lo puedes comprar abono, whatever you can bring every month, and we'll put it aside for you, because it's like one of a kind stuff. Like, I guess they're like, it truly is one of a kind stuff. Like, they won't, once it's like, they don't have, like, they often don't have many multiples of items, or duplicate items. They might have a few, but they're like, once it sells, it sells. I was like, so I saw this thing that I really liked, that I thought I was gonna give for a gift, then I thought, I think I want to keep it. It was beautiful. Yeah. So, anyways, that's my little morning rant. I get ready to, it's gonna be a long day. It's gonna be a great day. It's gonna be a great day. Oh, I need to go back today to give them the down payment. Oh, one of the items that I'm gonna pay monthly. Oh, they're from Michoacan too. So I think that was nice. I was like, my mom's from Michoacan. Tacuaro, Michoacan. And I forgot what part they're from, but it's always nice to find little connections like that. Okay, I'm done. I might hit snooze for maybe another 30 minutes before I officially wake up, cause I can.
Hi, my name is Yubi, and in case you haven't figured it out, this footage is capturing my experience as I learn to navigate my personal spiritual awakening. I am learning that this experience is unique to each one of us. In whatever way we believe we are embracing living our truth, this just happens to be my journey. And despite me having a graduate degree and a license in clinical social work, this by no means is intended to replace any type of mental health advice. This is just me on a personal level, documenting my experience, shedding light on the truth that I am learning and discovering for myself, and really inviting you along for the ride. If by some magical chance you find this content to be helpful in any way, shape, or form, please click the like button, share the message, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have an Instagram account, a personal one, and one specifically for this channel that you're more than welcome to check out. I'm an open book. I have also created t-shirt designs. I'm wearing my favorite one right now, which is the North Node design, but I have that and other things that you can look at inspired by this process and journey, and I have the link in the description box as well as in the about section of my YouTube channel. So you're more than welcome to check those items out. Any type of support is great. Again, if you find this content really helpful or meaningful, sometimes when we take that step and be vulnerable, with showing what's inside our hearts and what's really our truth, we realize that we're much more connected than what we thought we were. And so I hope that as I'm living this experience and that you find some type of truth for yourself, or find some type of ability to heal in some way just by relating, just by knowing that you're not alone. That really has been my goal with this process, not just being able to connect with others, but really for my own healing. It's definitely been a therapeutic experience and a very creative one for myself. So I thank you, and I wish you all the best.